Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a dowsing rod session where I will be asking questions that you guys have submitted. So if you guys have questions that you want me to ask in these sessions, if you could submit them to the link in the description box, I'll put it down below. It helps keep me organized because my backlog of questions keeps growing, which is fantastic. You guys are so curious and I appreciate that. So yeah. A few other things. The future is not set in stone. Anything I ask about the future can change. It's just the most likely outcome at this point in time based on the way things are going, the way people are acting, general sentiment in the ether. So take those things with a grain of salt. Know that you can change the future if you want to, just by changing your actions, your thoughts, and go from there. Also, I am not a medical professional. Please do not take this as medical advice. Please talk to your doctor before making any decisions medically. And in this case, it's for entertainment purposes only. Other things, I don't necessarily believe everything that comes through the rods. This is very much for your own discernment. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and go from there. So yeah, I think that covers it. Oh, if you guys want to, I do release these videos early for subscribers. So if you want to join my channel, there's a link in the YouTube website. You might have to join from a desktop computer. I know some folks have had issues with that. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and get into it and figure out who we're talking to. If you're with me and willing to answer some questions, could you cross the rods for yes? Thank you. Could you open wide for no? Maybe. There we go. Thank you. Could you point to the direction of your energy? Thank you. Am I speaking with an ascended master? No, thank you. Am I speaking with an archangel? No, thank you. Am I speaking with someone who previously lived in Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Are you somebody that we would know your name today? No, thank you. Are you of light? Yes, thank you. Have you reincarnated onto Earth since Atlantis? No, thank you. Alrighty. Well, let's go with it and get into the questions. Was Atlantis located in the eye of the Sahara Desert? No, thank you. Is the Rashat structure in the Sahara Desert the remains of Atlantis? Yes, thank you. So Atlantis was located in the Sahara then? Yes, thank you, but just not on the eye of the Sahara, is that correct? Yes, thank you. Okay. Will proof of Atlantis be found within our lifetime? Yes, thank you. Has proof of Atlantis already been found? Yes, thank you. Will people actually agree that Atlantis has been found when those things are found? Yes, thank you. Is a large part of the human DNA inactive at the moment because we must not repeat what happened in Atlantis? No, thank you. Did something bad happen in Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Was tarot cards founded in Atlantis? No, thank you. Is it Kumari Kandam that is referred to Atlantis or the lost in advanced civilization? Yes, thank you. Was Atlantis also located close to where Bermuda is currently? No, thank you. Did Atlantis sink due to shifting of the poles? Yes, thank you. Did something else happen to cause Atlantis to sink? No, thank you. Was the pole shift devastating? Yes, thank you. Are we expected to experience a pole shift here? No, thank you. Was a pole shift something that happened manually by some external force? Yes, thank you. Was Atlantis actually on Earth? Yes, thank you. Did Atlantis actually sink? Yes, thank you. And Atlantis unsunk again in the desert? Yes, thank you. Was that because of the Ice Age? Yes, thank you. So all that water that would have covered the Atlantis got sucked back up into glaciers? Yes, thank you. Is Atlantis and Lemuria the same thing? No, thank you. Is Atlantis and Mu the same thing? Yes, thank you. Is Lemuria and Mu the same thing? No, thank you. Are the Mayans now descendants of the people that survived from Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Is there a dense Atlantis? No, thank you. I don't quite know what that means, but several people asked about it, so it must be something. Is that accurate? Yeah, okay. Um, does the dense Atlantis have an empress? No, is that because dense Atlantis or dense Atlantis doesn't exist? Yes, thank you. Does the ruler of Atlantis, is that a sort of god? No, thank you. Were you a previous ruler of Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Are you a feminine energy? No, thank you. Are you masculine energy? Yes, thank you. Were you a ruler of Atlantis for a long time? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Uh, is the lost city of Atlantis in Sardinia also? Yes, thank you. I'm not even sure where Sardinia is, but okay. Um, was Atlantis located in Santorini Island? No, thank you. Can we see the remains of Atlantis in our maps? Yes, thank you. Will Atlantis emerge in the next 5 years? No, thank you. About in the next 10 years? No, thank you. Was the Azores the remains of Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Was Atlantis built by a non-human species? No, thank you. Did Atlantis have non-human species influencing the building of Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Are the buried crystals from Atlantis real? Yes, thank you. Is one of those buried crystals in Arkansas? No, thank you. Is Crystal Larimer connected to Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Do some Portuguese have DNA from the Atlantis civilization? Yes, thank you. Do all cultures across the world have some Atlantean influence in their DNA? Yes, thank you. Will the comet that created the Younger Dryas responsible that was responsible for the fall of Atlantis? No answer. Did a comet impacting Earth help shift the poles to cause Atlantis to fall? No, thank you. Did Plato make up Atlantis in his writings? No, thank you. Are the Basque people descendants of Atlantis? Yeah, thank you. Is the Antikythera Mashi from Atlantis? No, thank you. Was Atlantis punished? Yes, thank you. Was Atlantis sinking the same thing as like the whole world getting flooded and Moses getting on a ship? Yeah, thank you. Interesting. Um, was part of Atlantis sinking global warming? No, thank you. Was the Garden of Eden located on Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Very interesting. Was the Kuan Yin the high priestess of Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Is that who we're talking to? No, okay. You were male, so um Are the Florida Keys part of Atlantis? No, thank you. Is there an Atlantean and Lemurian pantheon of gods? Yes, thank you. Is the Atlantean Hall of Records real? Yes, thank you. Is it the same as the Akashic Records? No, thank you. Was it a physical library? Yeah, thank you. Did the Atlanteans experiment with genetic engineering and create hybrid creatures? Yes, thank you. Is the book The Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean by M. Doriel true? Yes, thank you. Is Jesus actually Thoth the Atlantean? No, thank you. Is Thoth the Atlantean currently reincarnated on Earth? Yes, thank you. Did you know Thoth? Yes, thank you, but that's not you. No, thank you. Are humans the evolved descendants of Atlanteans? Yes, thank you. Are our astral bodies larger than our physical bodies because we were evolved from the descendants of Atlanteans? No, thank you. Were the Atlantean giants the result of their physical bodies matching the scale of their astral bodies? Yes, thank you. Was the Great Pyramid of Giza built by the Atlanteans? No, thank you. Was the Sphinx built by the Atlanteans? No, thank you. Was Stonehenge built by ancestors of the Atlantean people? Yes, thank you. Interesting, because in one video I think Stonehenge was also partially built by aliens, is that right? Yes, thank you. So is there some Atlantean and alien mixing going on? Yes, thank you. And were the Atlanteans human? No. Did the Atlanteans and the humans mix as well? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Did Atlanteans and aliens mix? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Um, are there a lot of original Atlantean people that are incarnating on Earth right now? Yes, thank you. Was I part of Atlantis? No, thank you. Is it true that the Atlanteans who destroyed their own civilization, I think we just asked that one, does Lemuria really exist? Yes, thank you. Is there a portal to Lemuria in Liguria, Italy? No, thank you. Is Kerm the people descendants of Mu of Lemuria? Yes, thank you. Did Lemuria exist on Earth? Yes, thank you. Will Lemuria emerge in the next 5 years? No, thank you. How about in the next 10 years? No, thank you. Will we ever find Lemuria? No, thank you. Did Lemuria and Atlantis exist at the same time? Yes, thank you. Is Lemuria basically what is now the North America? Yes, thank you. And Atlantis was more so what was Northern Africa and Europe? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Are there ancient Lemurians still living in Mount Shasta? No, thank you. Did the Lemurians and the Atlanteans ever mix? Yes, thank you. Were they both the same species or race? No, thank you. Did Lemurian civilizations program the Lemurian quartz crystals for healing? Yes, thank you. Do Lemurian quartz crystals really hold the records of Lemuria? Yes, thank you. Will we be able to access those? No, thank you. Not even if we meditated with the crystal? Yes, thank you. Is there an ancient technology that was lost that makes us unable to access those? No, thank you. Were the records destroyed? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Does Lemuria still exist with the Maharlika in the Philippines as its capital? No, thank you. There are some pyramids in Mauritius Island that were built by people from the Muso civilization or such civilizations. Are some of those pyramids built by the ancient Lemurians? Yes, thank you. Do those temples or pyramids have a purpose cosmically? No, thank you. Was the continent of Mu a real place? Yes, thank you. And did people live there? Yes, thank you. Did this also exist at the same time as Lemuria and Atlantis? No, thank you. Did Mu exist before Atlantis and Lemuria? Yes, thank you. Uh, did the Anunnaki invade Atlantis? No, thank you. Do most people have a past life from Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Was Atlantis in the Atlas Mountains? No, thank you. Do people have gills on their necks and webbed feet have previous lives in Atlantis? Yes, thank you. Does it have anything, uh, does them having a past life in Atlantis have anything to do with why they have webbed feet or gills? No, thank you. Was Atlantis a magical portal that was destroyed to try and get rid of magic on Earth? Yes, thank you. Does Atlantis still exist? No, thank you. Um, did they have significant magic capabilities? Yes, thank you. Can we access some of their knowledge about their magic? Yes, thank you. Will we figure out how to do some of that in the next 20 years? Yes, thank you. Are there people on Earth that know how to do Atlantean magic now? No, thank you. Can we activate the potential energy of the void to manifest the Atlantis and Lemurian energies now? Yes, thank you. Do people of Atlantis do research with mixing genes of animals and humans? Yes, thank you. Are the Lemurian seed crystals programmed with Lemurian consciousness? Yes, thank you. Can we channel the wisdom of these crystals by meditating with them? Yes, thank you. Was the lost continent of Lemuria located where the Hawaiian Islands are? No. But yes to the Philippines? Yes, okay. Interesting. Alrighty, that is all the questions that I have for this session. Thank you guys so much for your submissions, and I will catch you guys next time.